Good night over here, everybody. Well, I got here a little earlier. Maybe I'll get here a little later. I don't know if I'm going to finish this right now. I'm sort of kind of like in a hurry, but I'm going to try to do some combination cards starting with Taurus, and I'm going to try to do as quick as possible. I don't have much time. House is blessed. Everything should be in perfect conditions and everything. So everything's set up right. So let's see. We're gonna combine two different decks. Actually, I got four different decks in total. I'm gonna start with a very easy one. I'm gonna start with the Brady Tarot deck. It's a beautiful deck, of course. That's all the decks that I have and that I own. So I'm gonna start with this, and then of course with the Wild and Unknown. Okay, not the Spirit, just the Wild and Unknown. So I'm gonna combine these two decks, and then I'm gonna try to make it on time because I have to kind of leave in a little bit with this one, which is the Luminous Void, and then this one, the Maria something. Sorry, I forgot the name. But I'll put it down eventually. Just ask me and I'll tell you. Anyhow, so let's start with Taurus. My name is Starlara, as you all know. If you don't make it, good. If you make it, great. You got the instructions. You know who I am. I think whoever, if you're new and you bump into here, well, I'm a professional psychic for over 25 years. Also, I have different gifts. Right now, I'm just doing a regular general reading about some science, and usually in the middle of the night, sometimes I wake up and do some type of different other types of divinations. I know I'm talking very fast, but you know what? Usually people hate when we do big introductions, obviously. Anyway, so another thing that I was going to tell you is if you get in, if you happen to be that in that sign, that's great. But since I'm just doing with Taurus, doesn't matter if you get in and you're a different sign. I just ask me cut down with Taurus and then just wait until Taurus come back and finish that, if I have that. Other than that, well, welcome everybody, and again, welcome to my channel. I am Starletta, and I'm gonna be reading your cards. Okay. I have a website www.tarottat.com, and I know I repeated twice, but otherwise you'll forget, right? Anyway, so I do have a little cold, so if you hear me sneezing or anything like that, please don't pay attention. Okay, so let's start. One, Taurus. So what's going to happen today? I mean, this weekend. What's going on with you, Taurus? Overall, let's forget about the weekend. Just do it overall. What's your sense of mood tonight? What are you going to be doing since all Taurus birthdays are happening and passing by? We want to know how your Taurus are, what your Taurus are dealing with, and what fun stuff you had to show us. Not just the bad stuff, but the good stuff. So we're asking the cards for the sake of Taurus to keep us the positive coming out of this reliable weekend. And for the birthdays, of course, happy birthday. And please tell us a little bit about how this month is going to be, or tonight at least. For some reason, I have a special feeling that the night is very special for Taurus and among to other people. So let's see, Taurus. It's a combination of six cards. And let's start with you and try to clarify what your intentions are and what your feelings are, okay? And what's coming as the outcome of these feelings. So now that we're shuffle, we're gonna cut. Then we're gonna just put this one back over here. We're gonna cut. And then we're gonna put this one over here, back in the boxes, okay? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now let's think Taurus for 5 seconds. This should open up everybody's reading if you walked in here. Otherwise, if you watch it later, same thing. Since you're welcome into our house, let's see what the Taurus has to say about how they're feeling, and that was the outcome of those feelings. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And for those other signs, if I might have time to make it through all of them, or some of them at least. So let's see. First card we get, Taurus, is Suns and Roots. Okay. So trying to get out of situation is identifying you as trying to be healthier and feeling better. Trying to fly away, walking away from certain this situation or feelings. Feeling as a sense of freedom that you haven't had for a while. You believe that this is the right time to feather of the cobs. I mean, feather of the cobs. Just walk out for happiness and find happiness somewhere else, because where you are is not where you're supposed to be. And you already deal with all this struggle over here, and your cup is about to be overfilled. So you're just taking out, not like the goods, not like whatever this stuff, whatever. Not like that. Simply, the meaning of this card is very, to me, it's very spiritual, like a freedom feeling of letting go of things that are wasting your time, that that's not the end to your life or the beginning. That's not the beginning, and that's not the end of it. You don't have to end up like that. So if you notice these three cards as we're going through the two decks, they are pretty much showing the situation going on with um with this specific sign, Taurus. It seems like he had it very out of control, almost going through a separation that came from some overuse, just justice. And also I see the 10. Okay, so feeling like it's time to rule and go. I mean, you really need to move out of that relationship or that separation. Just let it go. This is going through your present time. That means that by this time, a lot of you are going to be breaking up with that negative person that is around you. If this is not what applies to you, then that means that your feelings of freedom are going towards your new goals, and you're going to be not grabbed by others and not letting you go and get out of that situation. So I am not going to keep it too long, as I said, but I think this is a focus of Taurus at this time. If you're in a relationship, you want to get out of that negative or toxic relationship. If you're in a happy relationship, that means that you want to better yourself, so that way that relationship doesn't turn into a breakup someday. Because trying to fix things before you take up. But I don't really see a Taurus right now that is very in love at this time. I don't know if they're too busy with money. With money, finances, or other things. I'm not doing a whole reading on them, but the general idea is the feeling. I'm not going to specify, not even finances, love life, anything. Is the feeling of freedom, of letting go of negative influence, toxic people, toxic environments. Okay, as we go by, it seems that our Taurus is trying to release itself from that and wants to let go of it too. So here are your cards, Taurus, and hopefully you enjoyed this extremely mini quick reading that I did for you, so I can go through most of the signs before I had to take off. So see, that's your cards right now. So now let's see about the next sign. Let me take that. And see, my cold is getting horrible. But is there? But I try always to make time for y'all, so that way I can give you a little insight of whenever I have time, so that way I can help you out with these things that are going on with your life, with all of your life. So let's see now. The next sign will be, oh, that hurts. I have to answer this. I always get in the middle of the way when you're like really, really doing something. Okay, Gemini. I think it's Gemini. Let's get these cards again. Gemini. Yeah, that starts after Virgo. Then we have Gemini, and then we have Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. That's a lot of signs. Okay, let's try to make it at least a half a year. Okay, 1, 2. For you, Gemini, what to expect after this Taurus season? Well, not after, but right now for this weekend. Let's see. Gemini. I'm not going to do a lot of talking, so that way you don't get bored, and I can. That's why I like to do it later at night, but then I don't have time. Okay, let's see. Okay. First card. Okay, Gemini is energetic as always, and as Emperor or Empress that you might be actually, we got both of them here, which is the Empress and the Emperor, okay? Which are actually positive, so they're getting along with this, okay? If it's a situation, that means that the situation is equally balanced. If it's a passage, it says a passage, okay? So they're going through something that has to do with the Ace of Wands with family members or friends, trying to get into the correct path so that way they can get and harvest. Okay, so basically, in some words, what we're trying to say that they're cultivating right now, so that way harvest. I mean, when it comes to emotional relationship, family members, or even business. I mean, it means just that they're planting the roots so that way they can harvest at the right time and have the best days out of it. And with eventually with that, all the happiness of the harvest might become with it. Okay, so new plans from the near future. Projecting that they're getting along. I mean, whoever is in a relationship, Empress and Emperor, are going to be getting along very well. Ace of Wands, they have a fear because they have to be making plans for children or anything like that. That might have to come into approach through the summer as it passes, as trying to pass by as they can. And if it's a relationship without children, then that means that they're cultivating a career together. They're equally balanced, or they're trying to help each other out when whatever is going on as a weakness within the relationship. So it's just a stage that they're going through, so that way it can become from disciplining themselves as at the beginning of being attempting to get everything to work right. Okay, so that's Gemini. So I'm not gonna make so much fuss, but it seems like everything is planning. Since I can't do the short Celtic cross, I'm just gonna do it right here, and passage goes right here. So what we got right here is what they're going through, basically. So um, so it's projects, things to need to be cultivated. But this is the only negative card, which is the weakness of their relationship or their family, business, career, or anything. That's their weakness. So they need to work on that so that way they can pass this station. I move to the next one. Okay, next one. Oh God, this is really killing me. And I'm here trying to do this. You understand? I work like 24/7, so I go. God. So now for variety, let's switch to the other two decks. Now we're gonna be reading. I know I didn't give you too much input into your near future, Gemini, but I did my best for the time I had. Next one is Cancer. Okay, so let's start with Cancer shortly and quickly. Okay, so let's see. Cancer. What do we have for you this weekend? What are your thoughts about? What are your family and you are thinking about doing this weekend with the future and the outcome of your happiness, an individual or others? Now let's see. This is how I read cards really fast. Flu. Don't burn yourself. No, I won't. That one flew away. 5 of Cups. Okay. Okay, now this goes right here, and this goes right here. That's how you doing. Ooh, the world's upside down. This card means Knight of Wands. Someone not feeling well when it comes to someone related to Cancer. Let's see. If it doesn't apply to you, it doesn't have to be applying to you. Let me make sure that you know that for sure. Okay, let's clarify this little reading that we have right here going on for Cancer. Cancer is going through a bad situation here. Actually, the Knight of Wands is trying to fight for family issue situations. If it's not a Knight of Wands, it could be a woman also that is characterized as the Knight of Wands, fighting, going through somebody in a positive way, trying to make it the most friendly way that they can do it. I see the King of Wands as being looked as the wrong person. I mean, I don't know why this is coming like this. Must be somebody watching or was watching that had that kind of influence. I see decisions that have been done wrong in the past and that they're coming into the present as the universe hasn't changed. Ooh. Now, same thing goes if it's a girl, hasn't changed. So they had a situation that was problematic, and for some reason, they haven't changed the perspective of the wrong that they might have done. So, anyway, with the Five of Cups upright, that means that this is going to get better eventually within the next 5 days, probably. So, they're going to get out of that situation. As I always say, Cancer is always like in the wrong place at the wrong time. They always get caught doing something that they weren't even trying to do, or somehow they acted out of reaction, out of scare, whatever. But I always notice that in a Cancer. I'm not generalizing. Well, I am actually. And if it's not a situation like that, it means that they're about to gain a situation like that. So the cards are warning for these people that are Cancers to be very careful with what they do, even if it's not family involved or anything like that, but just eventually with whatever has to do with getting involved in any type of situations that might get them in trouble. Let's put it that way. So that's the advice for Cancer. Let's redo this again and find out what these other cards again. These are good cards. I love all these cards. I use them. I've been using them tonight. I mean today because customers actually ask me, "Are you using the same deck?" No, I'm not using the Venetian. I'm not using the other one, not the usual regular ones that I do. No, I'm doing a different one. So I have to dig out which ones my mind, my heart went for, and this I end up with this. Okay, so now let's see. Now we're gonna go with Leo. Leo. So let's see, Leo, what's about you? And Leo's is still, I don't know if they're still in that I'm in love with my other love. Crazy Leos. Let me see. Somehow I shuffled this the wrong way. So I got everything upside down. There. Leo. What's your presence? What's your thing right now? Last weeks I've been reading about you on these cards. Leo has been a ladies' man if it's a male, and if it's a female, the same way. You can try to get attention from everybody in every romantic way. Let's see. What's going on with you, Leo, this weekend? What's going on with you, Leo, this weekend? I'm scared. There's noises. Kidding. Anyway, so let's see. I have to go back and still have to read cards. Favorite passion. Whoa, 9 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. So you're followed by the 9s right now, Leo. Either they're going to hunt you down or you're going to get busted doing something. What is that? What are you doing with the 3 of Wands? It has to do with 3 people. It has to do with a trial, with a daughter or a son. Perhaps whoever has children. Leo's really focused on one of the family members. She's usually a daughter in this situation. I also see the Page of Coins, another daughter not being feeling very happy, and a woman being very unhappy with the 2 daughters. I don't know what that means. Or the other way around, the boys. I guess we're talking about a whole situation here that just popped up. Now, if this is not regarding that, this could apply as having some problems at work with employees and having problems in between us, and someone attempting to calm down that, but it ends up in the tower. I mean, basically, and you are the only the one positive card that you have on top of the 9 of Wands, which means that it should get resolved, but not without battling before that. So if it's a loving relationship, that means that you are busted. I mean, somebody, some of you, not all of you, but actually what I'm picking up right now, even though nobody's here, I'm picking up that a lot of Leos might be going through some, some kind of triangle going on there, betrayal or even friendship. So that's for Leo. So let's go very quick. And these are the quick readings for Starlet, Astrolata. That's probably why I'm supposed to call these readings. Because they are quick and they all go straight to the point. Good thing is that there's nobody asking questions because nobody's here. Which I am not the one. Let's see next one. Next one is a Virgo. Well, Virgo. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see, Virgo. They feel happy. They feel like they're about to get into a tower situation after enjoying happiness. I see a 10 of Wands, which is, since this is surrounded by positive cards, seems like there's going to be a solution. I see the Dead card, so that's two ending towers. I don't like this. Let's see. Happy, then unhappy. The Sun, bad news coming from family members. There's a okay. That card usually doesn't represent anything physically dying or anything like that. Now, the influences come from a peaceful past for the last 4 months, with bad news along the way having to do with a happy Three of Cups, a situation of merriment and happiness. This news come from the 10 of Wands, family members and passing over, or a spiritual or emotional separation from a family member. It's not describing exactly if it's a male or a female. So it can only be two things. Why did I keep going on this one? Because it looks very dramatic. There's illness. Well, not my illness, hopefully. I'm not Virgo, I'm just saying. I see a Queen of Cups. She's okay. I see Judgment. And see, this is a present situation, though. So whoever's Virgo is going through some kind of dramatic experience right now. Not all of them, and if it's not as dramatic as I'm describing, it could be just something slightly dramatic, some kind of discontentment, maybe some kind of bad habit on Virgo, maybe a misunderstandings. It could be also the bad news that come for this person. They're basically coming from a family member. So this is what it got me concerned, because it's not exactly bad news. It's actually might be a rebirth of something or someone coming back into their lives that is a family member and trying to interact without judgment with him as a family and or her, and not wanting to do that. So I think for Virgo, I'll have to probably dig a little bit too much into this, because it sounds like it's going through Virgo sign. I might actually do an extra bonus on this, because I'm seeing a lot of cards that do not go with the same rhythm as a card reading should go. It's taking more more cards than I need to exactly predict the situation. So what I'm trying to say is I don't want to make a bad or a false, prediction until I do a whole reading on Virgo. So I might actually focus on that tonight later. Do a Virgo bonus or something. It did Virgo for all of you that might need a Virgo reading later tonight. If I do get in, I probably gonna have to get some insight out of this because it looks not right, but it doesn't look extremely wrong. Now, I'm not trying to alarm. I'm just saying for me to be able to give a good prediction, I have to be sure of what this reading means. I was actually thinking that Virgo was doing okay. That's like with the same regular monotony that they usually have circle that they do. Now let's start with the other one. So Virgo, we'll leave you later for later tonight. I didn't like that. I mean, I didn't like that, but I did not like. It's like I'm in between deciding what to say about that. I don't have a good a good answer for Virgo right now. It's kind of like it requires a longer reading. Let's put it that way. Now let's use this once again for Libra. Okay, Libra, what is it that is with you and what you have to tell us this? See, Virgo had a big warning message. That's the thing. Two, three. No wonder why so many called me today on the psychic line. They were Virgos. A lot of them were concerned. Two, and three. Most of them they were concerned about family. Let's see what we got here. Okay, Libra. The Father of Wands. Okay, you got the Ace of Wands there going on. You got the power. You're in control. There, that's a positive reading. From the past, you have been backed out by others. So Libra, you're doing great. And your family is actually right there by your side, helping you out with whatever decision you're making right now. I also see a loss of finance. I mean, like you lost it there for a little while, and that's why they're helping you out with the make the next decisions. And the Ace of Wands is by your side, so you're pretty much having a positive weekend and with positive decisions and great support, no matter if it's relationships, if it's love life. Um, not gonna go too much into detail, but basically you're being helped by a lot of people that loves you. So you got good luck for you on this side. So that's for Libra. I mean, I made it very short because it actually came out very positive. So good luck, Libra, and you're doing great. Now, Scorpio. Let's see how Scorpio is doing. Scorpio. 1, 2, 3. Scorpio. Tell us what's in your mind, Scorpio. What are your plans and what is your outcome? What are your plans and what is your outcome? What is your plan? What is your outcome? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, the lovers, a relationship. We start with the lovers as a relationship, or if it's not the lovers as a relationship, as a unity. The star, which is coming through soon. Things that the Hierophant has been predicting for a while finally hold the key into success. The sun comes out with semi-okay news with this success, with a little more delay, but with victory after all, and the world changing around it to them. So, um, the change is not going to happen right now, but it will eventually happen within the next 12 days or 12 weeks. It's going to be a very big change within the relationship. If you are in a relationship, if this is about a family, there's going to be a big change entering into the family. Positive change, which is going to be very positive also. So I see victory after all. And even though the news weren't as expected as huge as they were expecting to have them or to receive them, they're gonna be pretty much very, very good and well taken into the home, I guess, So we're doing good there. Good job, Scorpio. So see, after the storm comes the sun, right? I saw a lot of Scorpios having a lot of situations last week. Now, Sagittarius, one. Tell Sagittarius very briefly what's going on with you. Two, tell Sagittarius very briefly what's going on with you. Tell Sagittarius. Sagittarius. I usually don't go to astrology. I'm going like that so I can categorize groups. I am not an astrologist. I do believe in zodiac signs, though. But I am not. That's not my how do you say, my part. My job is I'm a I'm a psychic as well as care about other things around. I'm not the one that goes through the charts and see what time somebody will work. Different jobs. We all have different jobs in our fields. Okay. Okay, now what I see with you, Sagittarius, always as usual, taking care of people around them, being social, and fulfillment, actually always making people happy. I do see that the Empress is bringing love to all of you from the past. So the one that is jealous is the Emperor. So it doesn't have to do with a relationship. It has to do with some kind of competition in between at work or some other areas. It could be also within family members. Like it can apply in a relationship as well. So the overall of it is, fulfillment is there. Yeah, you're taking care of everybody being happy. The Empress is happy. That means the Empress is the one that rules the whole garden and castle, and looking from outside and the beauty of her share, with her animals and her dreams, like the Empress, right? Being treated by others, but the Emperor doesn't like it. So that means that in any situation that this belongs to into your life, it applies to the part that somebody is not content that you're so lucky. Let's put it that way. Hey, but you have the luck. So that is Sagittarius. Why to throw more fire on the wood? that's like what they said. I mean, the news are good. Why to even go through specifics right now? Now you got Sagittarius. I did Sagittarius. I did Scorpio. Now we're going to Capricorn. 1, 2, 3. One, two. A lonely channel. I don't blame you. Someone's home. Okay, for I got distracted. For Capricorn. Well, everything is coming out good and positive for Capricorn. Also, is coming along with somebody else on the side, trying to help them out of a bad situation they just went through the past. Actually, with justice, it has to do with legal papers, legal matters, or something from the past that was still in debt. Devil influence on it means that it is absolutely something that was a wrongdoing at the time. I also see that I might have to come back in a little while. But the Emperor helped him out of this situation, or helped her out of the situation that was disturbing while they were supposed to be doing something good. So whatever legal situation anybody had in here, or any problems that had to do with the judgment of life, spiritually, or however you want, you're going to be helped by it. And the devil card should be in the past now. So I'm going to have to go pretty quick, and then I'll continue later. So thank you very much for watching. Whenever you watch, even later on. Bye.